Hey YouTube, I just want to apologize first of all for not the best video out there. There's plenty of instructional videos that blow this one out of the water. Anyway, after about a year of my wife slamming her door and trying to get her dome light off and a transmission not in park message to go away, I decided to go on YouTube and see how we can fix it. And I was surprised, no late model Explorer door latch fixes. So I just made this one really quick and threw it up on YouTube, and hopefully, you can make some sense of it. If you make it mechanically inclined, it'll be easy. Door ajar fix. 2014 Ford Explorer. In order to put that door lock in, you got to remove this. Very simple, pulls right out. Trim piece. 2 screws under here. And now we're going to pull door panel off. There's a screw behind this little plate and one in there as well. So window track will separate from door. Remove this screw. Okay. I changed it in order to get this old one out. I had to use these cutters. Where's the piece that I had to cut off? Right here. Right there. I had to use these cutters while it was still in the door. And we had to reach back in there and I had to cut it off the bottom. Otherwise, you would have to take out that whole window track up there. And that seems like unnecessary. Seeing you're going to be, the old one is junk anyway. So, and then I just trimmed the little tab shorter on this window track so it fit right in with a, without rocking it. Otherwise, you have to rock it out. And you, like I said, the window track has to be out. So I cut a little piece of the white on the window track to get it in. Outside of that, it's kind of a pain, but everything, you hook your linkages up, you're good. You don't have to take the door knobs off or the door lock out. I found that out the hard way. This here, you go through this hole right here, you pull that out, and you can stick a screwdriver in there. Let's see, I can see you get it in there. The screwdriver in there and spread that clip apart, and this locking one that goes on the key will come right out. The key locker will come right out. So that's that. Kind of a pain, but and you just got to put your door back together. Okay, and here's the finished product after we got it all back together. Close the door, and you can see the lights will go out. Just shut the door gently. Before, you had to slam the door like 500 times just to get the little micro switch to work inside that piece that goes bad. See, it's working fine now. Before it wouldn't work. You had to slam the door a bunch of different times. And so I actually took the old one that I removed from the car, and I took it apart, and I ended up breaking it. There's a little tiny micro switch inside that goes bad, but it's not even worth trying to fix because you end up snapping it in half anyway. So that's that. That's how you fix the door ajar problem. Okay, I'm down here. I brought it into the shop. You see, I tried taking it apart nicely, and this is how it ended up, with a little persuasion, with some big screwdrivers. So we're going to throw that away. We're going to throw that away. We're trying to diagnose what was going on with this. So what I did was I hooked up leads to an ohm meter to the 2 switch contacts. This is the switch inside of this unit. So if I right now the door is open. If the door is open, the ohm meter has no connection, so it works in reverse. So when I close this door, I'm going to push this in. I'm going to go 1 click, and then another click, all the way in. And then this thing is spring loaded. Will the spring fill out? It would actually go like this. Watch the needle on the ohm meter. See, it pops up. So right now, the door is closed, and it's giving it continuity. Open the door, it does that. And apparently, when I first messed around with it, when I was pressing in on it, the needle was like intermittent. But of course now I push it in. See, it's like almost like it's working perfect now that I messed around with it. So all this wire that's in your harness in your door, it's only connected, believe it or not, to this motor, which is plugged in. And this thing right here, it actually comes right out. So it is. When you close, I tried filing it. Some guys on the internet said file the little tab in there, and so this thing can rotate further down and close the switch or open it. And then it didn't really work, but it's basically here. And now it's working fine. Now that I've been messing around with it. So I don't know. It's just very strange. And it may not be pressing it hard enough. And it's like almost borderline. Actually, the switch does kind of, yeah, right there just clicked and nothing. So it is the switch. It is intermittent. So that, anybody wants to know where the nut and bolts are of this thing, this is it. And yeah, I tried filing that down right there to make that rotate more so it would, you know, make the switch work better, but it didn't work. Maybe somebody could try pushing in on this when it's together. Maybe try jamming in on this. Maybe just jiggle. Oh yeah, but you got to take your door apart to do that. It's kind of pointless. So that's it.